Hello everyone and welcome to part 4 of F1 Challenge Career Mode. Today we are going to Monaco. After our great result in Imola, we are looking for an equal or better result here in Monaco. Very difficult track, and I suspect that I'll crash a bit, as you've seen from the previous races. But I will now hand you over to the commentator.
Just before the free practice session begins, let's take a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. Mika Häkkinen is leading the Drivers' Championship, but having finished second in the last race, he'll be hoping to go one better and win here at Monaco. Well, that covers the drivers. Let's take a quick look at the constructors next. McLaren lead the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are second. Located within the urban setting of Monte Carlo, the claustrophobic Monaco street circuit is essentially a never-ending sequence of lanes with no margin for error. Whilst the jewel in Formula One's crown makes for a truly glamorous sponsor-friendly spectacle, it is very much an anachronism in today's safety-orientated era.
Okay, so here we are in practice, and as you can see, I am on the wet tyres because apparently it was a wet track. Which is different, but you can see the lights in the tunnel lighting up as you drive through, which is pretty cool. But this track is a different layout to the F1 2013 one. It's a lot tighter. Rascasse especially is just insanely tight, and also there's a really horrible bump in Rascasse, but as we go into Tabac we just smash into the wall because we've got all the fuel, and I don't think the track is actually this wet for the wets. So later on we go on the slicks, we're behind Johnny Herbert, who we are faster than, and he hits the wall and then I hit him. So that's the end of that run. But we're now going to go again on the slicks after a pit stop, and we are going quite well on this lap so far. We've got Marc Genet in front of us, but he won't get in the way. Villeneuve's fastest on a 1:27.6. Can we get anywhere close to that? We should do. We might even beat it here. We've done a 26.0, so that's a reasonable time there. We're now going on to qualifying. And I didn't know where I'd be in this qualifying actually, because I did a lot of practice, but I didn't seem particularly fast in practice. I was just doing the practice to stop myself hitting the walls all the time, because that's the thing which is very recurrent at Monaco. But yeah, so we're on our first flying lap here in qualifying. Let's see what time we can do. We did 1:26 dead in practice. What have we done now? A 1:25.4. So, of course, that's provisional pole position. And then on second flying lap, we're improving further, and we've done a 1:24.4, which is actually really, really fast. And no one was beating it while I was out on track. You see it's lap 7 out of 12 in the top right. I'm trying not to corner cut, with AI corner cuts. And then you have this section, which is just murder. But let's see if we can improve in this lap. We're currently 2/10 up in the middle sector. There's a horrible bump here, as you can see as we go over it. But round the last corner we go a bit wide. That's cost us a bit of time and have touched the wall a bit, but we're now going to the line and we've done a 24.4 dead, so that should be okay. But I'm now going to hand you over to the grid.
Hello there. Welcome to Monte Carlo for round 4 of the 1999 FIA Formula One World Championship. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Michael Schumacher first. The Williams driver performed brilliantly in qualifying to line up second. Coulthard just failed to match the pace of his championship rival. He starts third. Mika Häkkinen fourth. Villeneuve fifth. Pedro Diniz sixth. Ralf Schumacher was way off the pace of his teammate. He starts in seventh. Rubens Barrichello eighth. Frentzen, 9th. Marc Genet, 10th. Damon Hill, 11th. Trulli, 12th. Fisichella, 13th. Herbert, 14th. Wirtz, 15th. Zonta, 16th. Irvine, 17th. Jean Alesi, 18th. Olivier Panis, 19th. Luca Badoa, 20th. Pedro de la Rosa, 21st. Tora Takagi, 22nd.
Here we are then, second in the grid, a sensational performance, but I have remembered the fuel this time, so as long as we get a decent start, we have a good chance of getting a lot of points. Here we go, and it's a bad start, and I've been hit up the backside by someone, I might have damage. Hopefully I don't have damage, because you saw what happened in Brazil. So let's go up the hill really slowly, and the car's feeling unstable. It's completely unstable. We've hit the wall again. And Hakkinen has gone past with no front wing and no rear wing. He was probably the culprit at the start, so that's not good at all. My teammate is out of the race already. He's retired on the first corner, so we haven't got to worry about him this race. Frentzen goes down the inside. He's keeping it down the inside, and then he goes really slow into the hairpin. I'm not that good with Monaco corner names. I'll try my best. And I got Marc Gené and the Minardi behind me. We just need to get it to the pits, because then we can have it fixed. And I know that I've got no rear wing, and in Brazil I retired because it was a different track. This is Monaco, and I have a feeling it's going to be survival of the fittest as we spin in the tunnel. Hopefully no one hits us. Oh, no one hits us. That was very, very lucky there. Huge moment. We were very lucky not to have someone crash into us and wipe off a wheel. And we need to hope that we haven't got any damage suspension. It's very difficult to tell until you actually get to the points of new wings on your car. But Pedro Niz is going slowly there. He's obviously had a problem. And we got Marc Gené still behind us. And Marc Gené is going to have a go. I was going into this right-hander. And there's a little bit of contact, but he hasn't lost his front wing, so he is okay. I wonder how many people are wiped out in this first lap, because it's just so many people are being... the commentator or spotter is saying loads of stuff like Villeneuve has lost his front wing, Villeneuve has lost his rear wing. So lots of accidents. So now we're going to go in for our pits, and then we're going to look at a replay of the start. I get a bad start. Yes, it's Hakkinen who just smashed in the back, and then Hakkinen moves into my teammate and smashed into him. It's complete carnage at the first corner, wings flying everywhere. I just about make it round. You see a car and it's on its side. It's Michael Schumacher and David Coulthard, and then I think it's Jacques Villeneuve go up the hill, and of course I have that huge moment, but luckily I'd get away with it. But we're now leaving the pits after watching that replay. Our pit stop is done. We are down in 18th, but we're going to pass a few people who have retired, I think. Yep, so we have moved up to 16th then through the pits alone. But we've got Tora Takagi 37 seconds down the road, so while we're catching him up, we're going to watch some replays. There's David Coulthard taking off his front wing, and then the BAR of Jacques Villeneuve, who seems to be having a great race so far, in third place, then spins, which is just ridiculous. I don't know what the AI's problem is around here. They really hate it. But then Mika Hakkinen has an accident with a Sauber and a Jordan. Then Jacques Villeneuve goes down the inside of David Coulthard and smashes off both wings, and so does a Sauber. And then Michael Schumacher, of all people, hits his rear wing off, and the AI are just taking themselves out one by one. And so there's a huge accident at, well, I don't know what the name of that chicane is. Is it near the swimming pool chicane? I have no idea. But we're now actually skipping to me, as you saw all of those accidents, and it turns out that's now Frentzen leading the race, and then it's Marc Gené in the Minardi is in second place. What is going on? This can only happen at Monaco, of all places. David Coulthard down in 5th place. He's a championship contender. So it looks like we've only got like 9 people left in this race on lap 2 out of 22, which is just stupid. I don't think the AI is properly programmed around this track, but hopefully they'll get better later on in the race, because it feels like one of those realistic damage mods that you get for F1 2013. But we're now, that was a useless transition there, I don't know why that's in there, but we've got 27 laps of fuel, so we're not pitting for ages. So we pass, how many people in the pits? Oh, we're up to 10th now, so that's another like 6 positions. Then on next lap, we're going to pick up, oh, we're up to 7th now, so yeah. But we now finally caught up to Tora Takagi on lap 7 in the Arrows, because the Arrows is really slow. But we're going through the tunnel here. We've got the slipstream. We can't go flat out because of this dirty air in the tunnel, as David Coulthard wipes himself out of the race. And we go around the outside of Tora Takagi, and we've got the move done. The AI takes that line normally, so don't say anything about corner cutting. Now we're behind Jarno Trulli on lap 8, and we're trying to get past him for 4th place. and he then brakes randomly, and my front wing is gone. I don't know what he was doing there. That is complete. I just don't know. I just don't know why he broke. He had the car in the middle of the road, but when I'm pulling into the pits, it looks like Jarno Trulli is going to retire, and I'm going to get a front wing replacement. So that's not too bad. But as you can see so far, this race is a complete calamity in terms of the AI actually performing well, because they're all just crashing, which is getting me a lot of positions, and I'm sure that I can get some points in this race. Well, actually, I'm more 100% sure I'll get points in this race because everyone else is retired. Alexander Wirtz is out of the race. So we're up to 5th. Jarno Trulli is out of the race. So we're now up to 4th. So now on lap 8, Tora Takagi is currently in a podium position, and we caught him up on lap 13 because we're going to have to repass him. We're going to go around the outside, and yeah, we're taking him. But then he hits himself on the wall, and that's going to be him out of the race. But we're now caught up to Marc Gené on lap 17. It took a long time to catch up to him because he was a long way ahead. His pace was still awful though, and we're just going to do it down the inside because, as I said before, the Minardi is just so slow. But we now got Heinz-Harald Frentzen, who actually hit off his front wing. He's not out of the race, but I was behind him on lap 29, and he did the brake check thing, which Jarno Trulli did, and now he is out of the race. So absolute shambles here at Monaco. I can't believe what I'm seeing, because there's now 2 people. There's going to be 2 people left in the race, me and Marc Gené in a Minardi. And I don't think Marc Gené can catch me up. I have to fill my fuel here because I realised that I need to just put 10 laps and not another 20 laps of fuel. But yep, we get another change of tyres. It should be a routine pit stop for our crew. Nothing wrong. Normal front wing replacement in this race. Seems to use like 4 front wings. But we're now going out of the pits when I realise that I have flicked the pit limiter off. So we've sped in the pit lane, and I've now been given a stop-go penalty, which is just unbelievable. But we get to experience it at least. I don't think Marc Gené is close enough. But we're stopping here in our box, and our engineers are just going to have a look over our car, which has hit many things, but has managed to get away with it. I don't know how the suspension didn't break on that first lap. Just amazing, it seems. But we go 10 seconds, of course. 10 second stop go penalty with Marc Gené 20 seconds behind us. No, it's going to be less than that. It's going to be like 15 seconds. But however, we pull that gap out to 45 seconds by the end, and then round the last corner, only 2 finishes in this race, we are going to take our first ever victory.
At the end of an unbelievable Monaco Grand Prix, here are the final results. The Williams driver first. Gené second.
An absolutely crazy race here in Monaco with only 2 finishes and average speed of only 81 miles an hour because of how slow everything was. Most people retired, but I'm now going to hand you over to the driver's standings.
The results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Mika Häkkinen first.
Yep, so Mika Häkkinen is still in the lead, but you saw that weird animation. I wasn't expecting that, and it's very early 2000s, that spinning trophy thing that came in. But we're 3rd in the championship with Marc Gené now behind David Coulthard. Equal on points with David Coulthard, which is just sensational. We're now looking at the team standings.
McLaren still lead the Constructors' Championship, but with a reduced points advantage. Williams are second, whilst 3rd place is held by Ferrari.
Okay, so that's it from this video. I'd really like to hit 45 likes in this video if you can. I really appreciate your support. Share this video if you want to, but yeah, thank you all, and I will see you next time, which I think is Spain. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Spain. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.